Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection. I'm Mike and this is my collection, and today we are going to talk about prison movies. Prison movies involving the subgenres of prison breakout movies, prison movies, Devil's Island, Alcatraz, all the different things. Women in prison, men in prison, being behind bars. It sucks. And these are some movies about being behind bars and escaping. So let me guide you through a few movies that I recommend you check out. These are all movies from the past, say 40 years or so. Let's start off with a movie from 1979, directed by the great Don Siegel. I'm talking about Clint Eastwood in Escape from Alcatraz. It's a great movie. It was probably one of the first prison movies I saw growing up in the 80s. It was on TV and caught that and really liked it. So it's really good. I mean, Clint basically gets put in this prison and he's instantly thinking, how can he get out of this place? Because he's in Alcatraz and they say you can't escape Alcatraz. So it's kind of loosely based on the people that escaped, or did they make it, or did they not make it in real life. And it was basically right before they closed the prison down. So it's kind of a legend. I guess I could research it more, but it's kind of did they do it, did they not do it? But it's kind of based on true story, sort of. And Clint's really good in it, and he starts instantly thinking of how to get out of here, and pretty cool. I mean, it's very tight, moves along, it doesn't mess around. It's got some good scenes in it, so I really recommend Escape from Alcatraz. It's probably one of the movies by Clint Eastwood you really don't think about, like when you instantly think Clint Eastwood, you think of certain movies, but a lot of times I forget about that because I'll think of Any Which Way But Loose, which is about 1980 or so, and then maybe, like Outlaw Josie Wells, and I kind of forget that like 2-3 year period between there that, he made some movies and stuff. So anyways, enough of my gabbing. This is a really cool movie I picked up. This is a newer movie, came out in 2018, I believe, maybe 2019. I got a really good deal on it from Amazon. It's a 4K edition, 4K and Blu-ray combo pack. I couldn't pass this up. It was only $6.99 for a 4K. Couldn't believe it. And it's a really good movie starring Vince Vaughn, Brawl and Cell Block 99. Now, you may have heard about this movie and what a good job Vince Vaughn did and everything, and it's true. He's really good in it. Don Johnson's in it too, as just a really just mean prison warden. I mean, it's such a good role for him. I mean, if you liked him when he was in Django Unchained, he kind of did funny little things. So Don Johnson's kind of like he's doing these roles here lately and stuff. So, but this is a great movie. It's got a good cast. It's got Udo Kier in it, Don Johnson. It's directed by a guy named what's his name? S. Craig Zoller. Now, he's made some really good movies in the past few years. He's one of the new directors that we're going to hear about in the next few decades. He may be taking the torch from the Tarantinos and the Scorseses and stuff. I'm not sure if he's that good, but he's going to be one of the people leading us into the future of good movies we want to see. When his name comes up, you want to go see whatever he's making because you trust him. So he's a really good writer-director. He's made movies like Bone Tomahawk, which is a really good Western. But anyways, back to this. Vince Vaughn is killer in this movie. I mean, there's a part where he literally tears a car apart. He has a bad day and he tears his car apart. He's pulling doors off, hoods off. You have to see it to believe it. It's such a great movie. It's got all kinds of little scenes, and man, it's just it takes you. You feel by the end of this movie, you'll feel like you are in prison, and it's just so great. I mean, you know what I mean? The way he takes you into that setting and stuff. So check it out. Do some research on it. It's still maybe cheap on Amazon, but you can't pass that up. 4K and a Blu-ray. I don't have a 4K player yet, but I do have a Blu-ray player. But I have a 4K, so when I get a 4K player. But check this out. Next up, we got good guy, always talking about him, great actor. You'll hear his name a lot on my channel. Jim Brown in the 1973 movie, The Slams. Now, this was a movie I just kind of heard about this year, picked this up recently. It's made by a director I really like, Jonathan Kaplan, who made one of my favorite movies, Over the Edge. And this is basically starts off with a robbery. Jim Brown's with two other guys. They basically get killed. The whole robbery just kind of falls apart. Well, he ends up shot, and he's got a suitcase full of money. And the cops are after him. So he stashes the money. The cops get him. He's took to the hospital. He's took to jail. And he's got to figure a way to get out of jail and get that money before it's destroyed, because his girlfriend says, well, they're going to demolish all that this next week. And somehow or another, it's like, why don't they just tell the girlfriend to do it or something? But, the movie would be over in 15 minutes. So it's a good movie, but, you see what I'm saying. But it's a really good movie, The Slams. If you can get this, I think I got this for under $10. Check it out, The Slams. Next up, we got my good buddy Jim Brown again. This is a 4-pack movie. I wanted to see the movie with Jim Brown in it, so I had to get this 4-pack because there's a bunch of cheap versions out there. I think they're maybe in the public domain. I'm not really sure, but this is a release from Scream Factory or from Shout Factory. And the movie is I Escaped from Devil's Island, and it stars Jim Brown. But it's also got 3 other movies on here that don't really have anything to do with that. Final Option, which is a really cool political mercenary type of terrorist movie of some sort. You got Shake Hands with the Devil. James Cagney is in it, one of his last roles, 1959, I believe. And then it's got the movie that has a cult following. I don't know why, but it's such a, I don't know, it was almost too cheeseball for me. And that's The Treasure of the Four Crowns. Whew. I don't know. It definitely has fans out there. I don't know why. But in order to get that movie, I had to get these and stuff. So I got it. Maybe I'll come back to it and watch it. Don't hate me because I don't like it. So anyways, Escape from Devil's Island, really good. Everyone's got like a French accent because, Devil's Island's off the French coast. It's out, so everyone's got a French accent, Caribbean kind of flair. It's got all the cliche, prison guards, warden. This was made by Roger Corman's, actually it's made by Roger Corman. The other one was by his brother. The Slams was done by his brother. What's his name? Gene Corman. So I had it mixed up. So it's a Roger Corman movie, so you know what to expect from it. It's either going to be good or bad or in between, and it's definitely in between and a little bit good. If I can kind of show you the gauge on that. That's what I thought. But it's definitely a rewatchable movie. It's a fun movie to put on with some other movies if you're watching prison movies. So I recommend that. Can't remember how much I got this for, but I wanted to see this movie. It's kind of rare. You don't really see it, and there's some like really cheap versions of it out there. So I got that. Anyways, next up we got a couple of women's prison movies. Now this movie goes back to 1949, 1950. I believe this is a Warner Brothers movie starring Eleanor Parker, Caged. Now, at the time this came out, this was very kind of shocking. This was known as an adult movie. It was supposed to be like an expose on the prison system and how women are treated in women's prisons and stuff. So it's very kind of serious on one level and very pulpy, very culty, very, kind of fun on the other edge of it. So Eleanor Parker gets put in this prison. Agnes Moorehead is in it. You got the big evil prison woman who's over the girls, and then you got the prison warden. This time is actually a good prison warden. She's nice. She wants more for her girls. But yeah, it really talks about the state of prison prisons at the time, that they're crappy and prisoners get really treated subhuman, But really, it's a great movie. It's an instant cult classic. Caged. Check it out. It's on Warner Brothers. And next up, guys, final, I had to leave the best for last. This is two, or at least one really famous women in prison movies, which is a big genre. There's a bunch of movies out there. But anyways, we're going to focus today on a double pack from Roger Corman's cult classic double features. It's a two movie disc with Caged Heat, Jonathan Demme's 1975 movie, and then we got Jackson County Jail, which was made by Michael Miller. Let's talk about that. Jackson County Jail has Tommy Lee Jones and Yvette Mignon. Tear her name up every time. Really good movie. I had never seen it before buying this, and man, it's a great movie. It's one of those movies that kind of caught me by surprise, really. I didn't think it was that good, and it really, it's kind of short and sweet and gets to the point. I mean, the movie is, how long is this movie? Like 84 minutes. Yeah, it's only 84 minutes. Well, Caged Heat's only 79 minutes, but man, Jackson County Jail is really good. It's kind of hard to find. I mean, I don't know if there's any single releases. There might be a few out there. But Caged Heat's really famous as a drive-in movie, grindhouse movie from back in the day. I mean, it really put Jonathan Demme on the map. It's got a lot of TNA, and it's one of those movies. Growing up in the 80s, you saw it a lot on TV, like USA Network, late at night, where it'd be kind of edited, you'd see it. It's one of those movies, so there's a bunch of them. There's one out there with Sybil Danning. I can't think of what it's called. It's something like Caged Heat 2. It's like Caged something. I remember that as a youngin'. But yeah, I recommend this. Get these. These are really good. I really like Jackson County Jail better than Caged Heat. Caged Heat's got a lot of kind of weirdness going on in it. But Jackson County Jail is really good. I recommend that, guys. So this week, out of these movies, I would really recommend this movie, Escape from Alcatraz. If you don't have this in your collection and you're a Clint Eastwood fan, you need this right away, because I'm a Clint Eastwood fan, a big one in fact, and I didn't have this, so I got it. Next up will be the movie I just talked about, Jackson County Jail. Really recommend you see that movie. It's really good. It may be on Amazon Prime. And get this is a super deal on Amazon. Brawl and Cell Block 99. You will be surprised at Vince Vaughn. Great movie. If you don't have a 4K player yet and you need some discs, get one. It's only $6.99, free shipping, and it's got the Bluray also, so it's a win-win. So yeah, I'll recommend those, guys. Those are really good. If you're wanting to watch some prison movies and you're in the mood for that genre, those are some cool movies to kind of put you in that direction. But man, there's been hundreds of movies made over the decades about prisons and all kinds of stuff, all subgenres and all kinds of stuff. But those are the movies I recommend this week. Hope you enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, subscribe. Check out all my past episodes. I think I have about 100 or so in the can. You can check them out. And comment. If you're a fan of prison movies, is there anything I left off the list, or is there anything you recommend that I should check out in that genre? And I will check it out, because prison movies come up a lot. There's a lot of good ones out there, so I may feature it in the future. So hope you guys like this. I need a drink of water. I'm thirsty. And just be cool, be safe, watch some good movies, and I'll see you guys next time for another episode. See you later.